Hello students, today we will discuss about the coordinate system. To describe a vector accurately and to express vector in terms of its component, it is necessary to have some reference directions. So to describe the vectors accurately and to have the directions, there is a need of some reference direction. So such directions are represented in terms of various coordinate systems. Thus various coordinate systems are available in mathematics, out of which 3 coordinate systems are used in the engineering electromagnetics. So which are, first one you are observing here, this is a rectangular coordinate system, so that we will discuss today, and later on we will discuss the second, that is cylindrical coordinate system, and third one is the spherical coordinate system. So in rectangular coordinate system, we today will discuss about rectangular coordinate system, or it is also called as Cartesian coordinate system, right? So this system has 3 coordinate axes x, y, z, which mutually perpendicular to each other. These 3 axes intersect at a common point called origin of the system, right? So you can also have 2 types of such a system. You can also have right hand system and left hand system, right? So out of which commonly used is a right hand system, rectangular coordinate system. That is, 2 types of rectangular coordinate systems can be used. You can use right hand or left hand system. In this coordinate system you can see here 3 axes are there: x axis, y axis and z axis, which are mutually perpendicular to each other. X axis is perpendicular to y and it is also perpendicular to z. So all 3 are mutually perpendicular to z, and all the 3 axes intersect at a common point known as origin, right? So here you can have a 2-dimensional, actually it is a 3-dimensional, but you can make it as 2-dimensional by considering the x is equal to 0 plane, which is nothing but called as YZ plane, right? And also z is equal to 0 plane you can make, and it is called as XY plane, and y is equal to 0 plane, it is also called as XZ plane. So these all are 2-dimensional planes. Now let us see how to represent the point in Cartesian system. So for example, I'll take a point P 1 2 3 and Q 2, minus 2, 1. So how to represent this point here in Cartesian system is x is equal to 1 means it travels from this point to here, x is equal to 1, at which y is equal to 2 means it have a 2 points here, and z is equal to 3 will have a 2, 1, 2, 3, it will give you z. So hence I can represent a point in the space. You can also have the minus value for y, so you can have a 2, minus 2, 1, right? This is how we have to represent the point in a rectangular coordinate system. Okay, so another method to define a point is to consider the surfaces, namely x is equal to constant, y is equal to constant and z is equal to constant planes. The intersection of common intersection of these planes, these 3 surfaces, is the point to be defined, and constant indicate that coordinate of that point, right? For example, if x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 1 and z is equal to 2 plane, then if you intersect all these planes, then it will have a common intersection point. So then that point is nothing but point represented in Cartesian system. Okay, this is another way of representing the point in the Cartesian system. Next, as now next we will see the differential elements in Cartesian coordinate system. So this is a figure which is used to represent the differential in the Cartesian coordinate system. So you can observe here x, y, z axis. In that we have consider a point P here at this point, which is x, y, z coordinates. Now let us increase this point by each coordinate by a differential amount. That differential amount is dy, dx and dz and dx, right, this side. So here the point you can observe at this corner, it will have a dx increase. So in all the section it has been increased from original point, hence it is a p dash. So therefore those different point p dash is nothing but x plus dx coordinate, comma y plus dy and z plus dz, right. So totally how much the length is increased, it will be given by dx plus dy plus dz. That is a total differential length. That is a total differential length dx, dy and dz, adding all the difference. Now we consider the surfaces. Here we will get a 3 surfaces for this parallelopiped. So this is a parallelopipe, we get a 3 surfaces. One is dx, dy, this our top surface, dy, dz, this is the front surface, dx, dz, the side surface. Now let us see what is the differential volume unit. Differential volume unit is nothing but product of all the differential length dx dot dy dot dz. So this is how we get the value of increased differential amount in terms of length, area and volume. Okay, so here you can have along with its direction also. So you can represent the length surfaces in terms of direction, right. So this is about the rectangular coordinate system. So volume will be dx, dy and dz. Okay, this is about the rectangular coordinate system. Now next we see the components of a vector and a unit vectors. So what is a vector? So vector is nothing but which will have a certain magnitude and components and the directions. So here x, y, z are the components and ax, ay, az the directions, and those are also called as unit vectors or base vectors. So ax, ay, az are the unit vectors, directions. So hence this is a representation of a particular vector r you can take. So if x is this direction, you can see here y, z. If your vector r is representing like this, then it will have certain components x, y, z and unit vectors ax, ay, az multiplied along with respective components, then it is considered as a vector. So like this directions are there along this vector ax, ay and az. So hence this here is also called as vector, Now if you want to evaluate whatever the value of this vector from the origin, then it will be magnitude of that vector. Now next, for example, we take here origin. From origin we have a two vectors rp and rq. So here these rp and rq are considered to be as a radius vector, which is from origin to it is point 1 2 3, and from this origin it is q is equal to at q point q 2 comma minus 2 comma 1. Now we want to find out the distance between these 2 points, that is rpq. That will be rq radius vector minus rp. So rq is radius vector, rpq is called as distance vector. So how to calculate rq? So components means whatever the q point it is having, these are called as components. So here x, y, z already shown. No, these are the components. It is using these points. Now you have to just put those points. X is 2 ax, y is minus 2, so it is minus 2 ay, plus z is 1, hence it is just az, minus 1 ax because p point is 1, y is 2 ay, plus 3 az, this is 3. Now subtract 2ax minus 1ax, you will get ax minus 2ay plus 2ay, minus 2ay minus 2ay, it is minus 4ay, plus az plus minus 3az, it is minus 2az. So this is a distance vector, and these are the radius vectors rq and rp. Now again we will continue this. Now if a vector is given, I want to know its magnitude. So modulus of that vector is root of components of that vector. So what are the components here? Bx, by, and bz. So square of the components. So bx square plus by square plus bz square is equal to b. This will give you the magnitude. The direction is nothing but AB. It is given by AB, and which will be the vector divided by modulus of vector. Okay, magnitude of vector. Vector divided by magnitude of vector. That will give you the unit vector. So we will consider one of the example here. Given points m minus 1 comma 2 comma 1 and n 3 comma minus 3 comma 0. Find rmn and unit vector amn. So rmn is a distance vector. So first find radius vectors, that is rm and rn. So this is rn and this is rm. So rn is components 3 ax minus 3 ay plus 0 az, minus 1 ax plus 2 ay 1 az. So subtract here 3ax plus 1 ax is 4ax. So after doing the subtraction addition, you will get this. This is a distance vector. Now amn is the unit vector, that is rmn divided by modulus of rmn, vector divided by magnitude of it. So 4ax minus 5ay minus 1az divided by root of 4 square plus minus 5 square minus 1 square. So this you will get as 0.617 ax minus 0.772 ay minus 0.154 az. So this is the about components and unit vectors along with the rectangular coordinate systems. So one of the example, it has been discussed to know about the components, how to find out the radius vector and how to find out the distance vector. You can also call it as radius vector is also called as position vectors. So this is all about rectangular coordinate system and components and unit of vectors.